everyone and welcome back to our channel. We're Dos Cavazos and this is My Hero Academia Season 5 Episode 21.
So, last episode was My Villain Academia. I imagine that we're going to be continuing down that storyline. We got a lot of backstory. We saw All For One, I guess, abduct Shigaraki. We saw, his backstory between his family. We were told that Shigaraki accidentally killed his family. And, that's still plausible, but I also still think that All For One may have orchestrated it, or at least been there at the right time, because we know that he was looking out for Nana's grandson, in the sense of looking out, waiting for an opportunity to abduct him and take him under his wing. But we do know that the Liberation Army made contact with the League of Villains, and we're going to see an interaction there.
We know that Shigaraki's going to end up using Gigantomachia to, to help fight in a way, kind of like indirectly, and then they're going to end up trying to take him out through that as well, so hopefully it's like a win-win for them.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost kind of like a situation where he can't lose, because I guess he can kind of get him to submit in a sense, which that's kind of what the whole situation is, what he was going to take down Gigantomachia to make him, respect him, and then that's when the doctor is going to help out Shigaraki more, which we're assuming is undoubtedly going to happen from 2 episodes ago where we saw those wires in him and he was getting some sort of powers or whatnot. I'm just kind of curious, what is this interaction between them and the Liberation Army gonna mean? Because it's been kind of confusing this season to see that connection. We know that there was that connection. We obviously saw them. It looked like the League of Villains were on the board when Hawks was visiting them and whatnot. I hope that they get more into that. I'm sure that they will. Do they eventually come to a compromise? Do they kind of just say hey, we have somewhat similar motives? They don't really have similar motives in my mind. Or maybe it's just that the League of Villains kind of usurp the leaders of the Liberation Army and then just kind of take control of it all. Alright, well, if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out our Patreon if you want to watch our full-length reactions.
We also do have a second channel called Dos Cavazos IRL where we do vlogs and other stuff like that. If you want to check that out, the link's down below.
Alright, let's jump into this episode.
When superpowers first appeared, it was chaos. People across the planet had to find peaceful ways to adapt to a new reality. Eventually, an ideology started circulating among metahumans. Not quirk suppression, but liberation. Many believed the freedom to use meta-abilities was a natural right, especially Chikara Yotsubashi. He called himself Destro.
Destro, that's what they were talking about the last one.
He brought together like-minded people and formed the Metahuman Liberation Army. Destro ended up writing a book in prison before committing suicide.
Oh!
When he left this world, Destro had no idea that he had a child, an heir.
So he's the child.
That's the child.
Is that their
They're enemies of the Liberation Army. If the government continues to stand idly by, we have no choice but to deal with them ourselves. We will take down the League of Villains in Destro's name.
I get it. It's the whole city.
Right you are! This is a liberated district. 90% of
Liberated.
the city's population is hidden liberation warriors.
Wow.
Wow.
Now let the festivities begin. Welcome in, new friends, to our revival party!
Okay.
A mini-boss, huh?
A mini-boss?
Rocky!
Oh my gosh.
I'm always the best girl on the ground.
Oh.
How a high school girl was driven to madness. Her deathbed confessions will leave the world shocked. I must interview you.
Nope.
Dang, that's a cool freaking title screen.
The Reserve Liberation Warriors train each day in preparation for the future. Repeatedly drilling their bodies and minds.
Is that one?
This is like a spray bottle. I saw that too.
I'm bleach.
You fascinating girl. It sounds like you hate being
I'm really obsessed with Toga. You're obsessed with Toga like she's obsessed with Deku.
The schoolgirl with a mind full of violence. It's a catchy tag, don't you think? My blood's pumping like my first day on the beat.
Oh!
Gone. No wonder they can't catch that girl. Where'd she go?
Dang! Oh. Come on, Toga. It can't be that easy.
What horrors in your past made you turn out this way?
This
What kind of reporter are
yeah.
you? Crazy journalist lady.
Chidose Kizuki, MLA codename Curious, meta ability
Curious.
Landmine. She can turn anything she
Landmine,
touches
okay.
into a bomb. They're not too lethal, but she has lots of them.
Chicken.
I saw the chicken too. Oh, she's getting the bloods.
going on? What just happened?
Exploded.
Oh, like she.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my
What the?
gosh.
By the way, don't even think of transforming and hiding yourself. There are warriors within our ranks who are more than willing to become bombs for the cause.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
gosh!
gosh.
What the fuck?
Everyone said the same. She was a cheerful and obedient child always. So how'd you end up here?
I'm kind of curious too. Answer the question.
The Liberation Army is trying to build a wonderful world. So I love you. I love you so much it hurts. But I believe my life right now is normal.
Oh my gosh, Toga?
Toga, she stuck a straw into Saito's wound. It was like she was in a trance.
She was using the quirk.
She possibly...
Oh my god! You're like a vampire.
That child is a demon.
Oh my gosh.
This little birdie's cute, isn't he?
You think you're normal? You are the embodiment of a repressed superhuman society. Because of the meta ability you have, you grew up obscenely fascinated by blood.
She just loves blood.
But do you know
the
who
dead
is
bird?
to blame? This world.
Yeah.
What you were interested in blood, but society couldn't comprehend that. It's not your fault the world wasn't ready to accept you. Stop it! What are you doing?
Oh, her parents freaked out.
Smiling like that.
Oh.
So creepy.
Why can't you be normal?
Shut your mouth!
I don't know.
She get patented?
There's no difference between your normal and the Liberation Army's goal. They're one and the same.
So they
Your
recruit
life
her?
will be written about in our modern-day holy book as a shining example of that truth. I can't have a subject this good die before their final words.
No! I don't like her. Doesn't she get that I love my life? When I'm happy, I smile big. You may kiss someone you like. I suck the blood of those I love.
Oh
my gosh.
Baraka! That's weird.
The last bit of blood I had from back then was Ochako's. Zuko trusts her, so I was saving it.
No. She was saving it.
I want to get close to someone I love too.
Give me your story!
No!
Oh wait, what?
How?
So she can use.
When I pretended to be a high school girl, the world became kinder. Keep on moving. Don't get caught.
Yeah.
So she can use the quirk.
Chaco's quirk.
Maybe she didn't realize she could do that.
Yeah.
What's this? On her form it said she could only change her physical appearance.
You
just
love
haven't
potential.
seen it, yeah.
She leveled up just now?
Leveled up.
The fear of death evolved her meta power.
Wow.
Damn. She's like half and half right now.
Love, live, and die normally. I want to
Oh
become
my
more
gosh.
like those I love.
What a wonderful headline that makes.
Gonna drop him.
This will be my greatest feature.
Oh my gosh!
Oh shit. Oh my gosh.
That was brutal.
It's better not to kill. Leave them to the big guy.
Yeah, where is he?
But I want to do it myself.
Has it been an hour yet?
The things we hate should be destroyed.
I'm sleepy.
Oh yeah, he hasn't slept in so long.
Yeah.
That's not the time to pass out.
I know that my body's glitchy right now. What's this? Another flashback.
Uh-oh.
More backstory. Nana!
What's happening? It was like a weight lifted off my chest. Why was that again?
You're gonna be fine. I've got you. I'm rooting for you. Know that, Tinko?
Now I feel sick.
Oh,
my
my
gosh.
Oh wow.
Just now, it looked like his decay spread even though he didn't touch all of them. Shigaraki.
He's leveling up too.
If our leader's sparing no lives, then I'll have some fun too.
Oh shit, they're all just gonna go on a killing spree.
Think flames as weak as that will impact my creations.
Damn it! Tabi is over there. Shigaraki and
Gigantomachia.
Spinner were together. Where's twice?
Did he get burned? Or is he checking out Toga?
You ran off somewhere alone, and I was worried. Totally calm.
Is she breathing? Yes. No. Her face is a mess. Is it the enemy's blood? No, it's hers. No. You have to live. You're where I belong. You make the League a place we want to be. You're the only one who needed this failed human being.
But we need to make sure she's dead for Curious's feature. Opposite of Toga. He made copies of himself, was almost killed by those duplicates, and lost his own sense of self in the process.
Tomoyasu Chikazoku, MLA codename Skeptic, meta ability Anthropomorph. He can change things with about the same mass as humans, like fridges or desks, into sentient puppets.
So he's turning into
him.
them.
Okay, so it's kind of like fucking with his
yeah. Will not repeat the tragedy of Destro. So now are you starting to get it? Such great power. It's time that you begin to understand your own worth. I will persuade you to join the Liberation Army.
So let's start with Toga. Toga now has the ability, or maybe had the ability, maybe it was just like the pressure what they mentioned about her possibility of dying, that she was able to push her quirk to another limit, and now she can mimic people's quirks.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be way more useful than just changing appearance, you know, to actually like adopt their quirk and look like them too. That's pretty crazy.
And she took those guys out so brutally.
Yeah, like she dropped him from the sky and all.
Like just all the blood. Oh my gosh, yeah. Shigaraki was doing something too, where they said like his decay, even though he didn't touch everyone, kind of spread regardless. I don't know. He mentioned how at this period of time with like such little sleep that he's had, things could like appear almost kind of like delirious. Like, isn't there like something like after like 72 hours of like no sleep, you can like start seeing visions or something like that? I've heard that a few different times. But he's seeing a lot. He saw a vision of Nana there, which we don't really know like how big of a relationship they had together, in all honesty.
Yeah. I wonder if it has to do with how much they've been like fighting Gigantomachia. Like they've basically been training for a long time, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe they just like kind of in the same way that the students train, like they're training as well. Or maybe it was just because of the situation they're in that they really are all kind of evolving. It was kind of interesting to see some backstory about Toga too, and like, you know, her life and stuff like that, and how she always has had this like fascination with blood, and everyone thought it was weird, and she like tried to eat a bird.
She had a literal bloodlust.
Yeah, that's what the Liberation Army was trying to kind of get at there, is like there shouldn't be something wrong with that because you have meta abilities and this whole thing with that, which I feel like is kind of finally giving us some insight into exactly what the Meta Liberation Army is all about. I mean, we've seen bits and pieces about what they're all about, but I feel like, you know, we're slowly starting to be like, okay, this is their kind of grand goal, or their grand, like, I guess, vision into what they want the world to be like. I'm
still curious about how they're still going to make this kind of cooperation thing go. Like, I don't know if it's as simple as, like, they're going to see eye to eye with them, but they also, in that same sense, kind of talked about recruiting twice.
Right.
And it kind of seemed like that reporter girl, the question girl, was trying to maybe get Toga, but then she also said things like, oh, I don't want your last words to be this.
Yeah, and then they said she needed to die for her story.
Yeah.
So it's, I guess, yeah, they just wanted her for, like, the paper or something.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I feel like Shigaraki and the League of Villains are somehow going to take over the Liberation Army and then kind of do what they did with like all the people they recruited after the Hero Killer Stain event, kind of like get them in for a different reason and then like manipulate their purpose to do what they want to do. I mean, that's just my initial thought here. So we also saw the connection between Redestro and Destro, and we're assuming that's his son. They kind of mentioned like, you know, that he didn't know he had a son when he went into prison, that he wrote that book and then killed himself in prison. So that's another crazy thing too, is that we found out that these people that are in the Meta Liberation Army are so willing to die for the cause that they would allow themselves to be bombs just for a small little task. I feel like to them is like taking down one member of the League of Villains. That's insane. Alright, well if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay notified for all of our future videos. Also head over to our Patreon if you want to watch our full-length reaction to My Hero Academia. We upload them over there. The link's down in the description below. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye everyone.